Hello and welcome. You are watching the PDGA National Tour on JomezPro. We are at the Beaver State Fling in Estacada, Oregon for stop 4 out of 6 on the National Tour. BigSexy commentary here with you. Coverage presented by Keen and the tournament as well. Nate Sexton, Jeremy Koling. Hello.
What's up, everybody? Eagle McMahon creeping in here on the top of the chase card with a solid first round with a double bogey on one of the holes in the first round. Seppo Paju also going hoodie game, looking fresh to death. Kevin Jones could go hoodie. Got a hoodie gang going on here, and we got Andrew Fish. Let's see if he's wearing a hoodie today. Nope, just yawning. Oh, man. We got some characters in the car. We got a skilled... Oh, my gosh. I love that.
So this is round 2. I should clarify. There are 2 rounds in one day here. So we did not film the first round. We are coming in here now that it's been shuffled. We have chase card coverage.
Shotgun start.
So we're starting on hole 2. These guys are in the second group. Hole 2 is a par 3 going uphill and to the right. Really kind of a tough hole. There's not really any fair gap to the basket.
Yeah, it's the third hardest hole on the course, but don't be fooled by that. It's actually a really, really easy hole if you throw it perfect.
Eagle going with a common... This is actually a common play. You just do this huge high turning shot, try to get through the trees.
And really good effort. That was just a couple of feet away from being perfect. Such a fun shot, just kind of throwing like a MTA or maximum time aloft type of shot. It's a big high anhyzer.
This is Finland's finest, Seppo Paju.
Yeah, and the roller play is also very common, and that would have been really good, I think, had it just barely missed those trees. I mean, he was heading right towards the bark.
Yeah, it's a funny hole because, we're disc golfers. We're trying to look up there and see what's going on up there, but you have you're not going to see anything on this hole. You throw it up there and you just try to read the faces of the fans, maybe. Maybe you got close.
There's really no way to perfect a throw here. You just kind of throw it up there like Kevin does blindly and just hope that you get through. And Kevin gets the reverse
backwards.
Kind of a tricky up and down from there.
He's like, I guess it wasn't good, but I don't know what it was. It's just so funny because how can you not kind of get up there and see where's my gap, and you're trying so hard to figure it out, but you really can't.
Right. And
no one can figure it out.
Looks pretty good on that heavy angle. And, catches high limbs, and that'll leave a putt getting to the very edge of the bark. Exactly. And if you guys go back a little bit, we saw Matty O sighting with some strange glasses. That might be something to look out for this round.
There we go. That's a good layup. Is Matt playing or no?
No, Matt didn't get into the event, so he's a spectator / maybe even a caddy.
Okay.
And this is something you see very common in this hole. You get a lot of looks like this from about 35, 40 feet, and it's all about who can make that big putt.
Oh, wow.
Seppo Paju just off left chains. Andrew has a great chance right here from 35 feet.
This could roll.
And, he said goodbye.
Huge danger here for that on this hole. You really have to be willing to accept that risk if you want to run the putt.
And he's now got the same putt minus a tree and really no chance of making it. He was kind of in the worst position because you have to run that putt.
Absolutely.
With the biggest risk of hitting that cage and rolling back down. And fortunately, Andrew will be starting the round with the only bogey on the card. Hole was only birdied by 8 members of the 80-player field, so 10% of the field was able to pick up the lucky, I'd call it, 2 on hole 2. Lucky, skillful.
Hole 3, par 3, 323. This one is kind of open most on the left side early, but then breaks back hard to the right. I think the flex forehand is by far the cleanest play here, but you will see a lot of mid-range turnover plays. You even see the occasional roller trying to sneak through all those small trees on the right side at the end. Looks like Eagle is going to try the flex. You just need to get to the left of that largest tree in the center, which he hasn't quite done.
Yeah. And that Eagle's actually the first person to ever hit that tree on this hole.
This is the second hole, and I doubt he's the first person today. I think probably someone in the first group also hit that tree.
Yeah.
There's that roller and done fantastically.
Seppo's parked. That's a good play, just to kind of play the odds of getting through all those tiny trees inside the corner.
And this is a little bit better flex and really overstable finish. He's
beautiful.
going to love this.
Oh, man, absolutely parked. That was fantastic. We're going to check out that FollowFlight here.
That. This must be a very overstable disc, and that's what you want. It doesn't. Once you get past the tree, you really need to hurry up and get right. That thing skips nearly vertical.
And you have to go something so overstable to force that flex. If you just make that gap with a traditional driver, a lot of times you'll see a lot of drives go long on this hole, so you really need that really overstable finish, and I think that was Kevin's X1.
Fish catches some trees, but he's up there with maybe kind of looking at it from 50 feet.
And this is a really awkward up and down. Eagle with a nice effort there to get within 25 feet or so.
Can I have a tester putt?
But that is a great effort. Awkward angle. I'm surprised he didn't go with the forehand skip shot for the approach.
Well, good effort from Andrew. Excited to see the tournament replace the tops of the baskets with the new 28 chain assembly.
And Eagle with a putt just outside the circle. He, you see that red string on the ground? That's actually our 10-meter string. So instead of painting lines, you just stretch out that string, and it looks like Eagle wanted to make sure. Actually, it doesn't even look like it is all the way stretched out.
I think it was already there.
Okay.
Seppo for birdie.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Park job.
And Kevin confirms X1. Fish was asking him. Jerm is on his game today.
Stacks it up. Kevin walking away with the birdie, like Seppo.
Hole 4, short par 3, 197, breaking slightly to the right. You've got your options here, forehand through the left side gap or backhand as the drone flies with a putter or something. These two big trees do play a role late, especially with the forehand gap, but you're just trying to get something moving gently right, try to skip over here and collect a birdie on one of the easier holes.
Yeah, I would be surprised if this group doesn't walk away with the star frame. Definitely the hole on the course. If there's one must get, it would be hole 4.
That was beautiful.
It's the hole that Paul Macbeth aced in the 2014 World Championships. Basically turned around, gave the crowd like a little bit of a head nod, but it didn't even celebrate. He's just like, yeah, that happens, I guess, sometimes.
That'll work. A little right, but he's putting.
Eagle going the super wide Anheuser route, which is not a play I've really ever seen anyone go with.
Oh, look at that reaction.
Kind of a favorable roll out, so he's not behind the two big firs on the corner.
I believe this is a challenger from Andrew.
And if you've ever seen Andrew Fish play before, no surprise to see him just park that one. He is one of the better woods control players you're ever going to see. Dead center.
Nice putt.
Two nice putts in a row from Eagle right at the edge of the circle both times. Yeah, and KJ in for his birdie.
Thank you. Nice drive.
And just this putt left for the star frame. And there you have it. That's $25 to Edge, the educational disc golf experience. Hole 5, par 3, 281, going downhill and left. This is a very tight gap and a hard finish to the left. Common play is forehand roller or backhand overstable kind of flex shot is what you generally are going to see. I bet we'll see quite a few forehand rollers from this group, though. These guys have a well-rounded game. They probably discovered that trick on this hole.
Yeah, and it looks like Seppo is going with his A2, I believe. And trying to get something down. A little bit too much turn early on.
Yeah, that's a death putt up there.
but didn't hit any of the early trees. That'll be an easy approach or maybe an aggressive, kind of a scary death putt.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin going with flick roller again. That looks pretty good if it can get past all the. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That's
wow.
beautiful.
Sweet.
That shot worked because it was slightly overstable. Anything flippier than that would have curled up much earlier.
This has a lot of speed, but it's turning quick.
Oh, and he got the little metal post.
Go
oh
in.
my God.
Holy cow. Off
almost
the
saw it.
root. That would be amazing.
A la Greg Barsby Masters Cup 2009. Little flick roller ace almost.
Ooh, this could actually get a little tough. We'll see what Fish has got, but there's a lot of trees still to negotiate from there.
Oh my gosh. Could you imagine if that had just ramped in on camera? That would have been the first ever recorded roller ace, I think.
We'd be millionaires.
Fun fact, my first ever ace was a flick roller.
Seriously?
Yeah, I hit a fence and it jumped backwards 10 feet and went in no chains.
I've never even seen a roller ace my whole career.
And Seppo running the putt and making it. Incredible. Oh my gosh.
Look at that Annie release.
And to release it with Anheuser with no flutter. Wow. Oh, what an incredible effort from Seppo.
That was awesome.
Oh, Kevin. That is a big time mistake from the young kid. Andrew able to save his par. And I wonder if anyone told him that he hit the base of that tree and jumped up. That was so close.
I hope someone told him. I don't think he'll ever know. I don't really think he's a YouTube guy.
Yeah.
Hole 6, par 3, 404. This is a little bit longer, a little more open, kind of getting into the more traditional Milo look with the big trees and the nice green fairways. These guys are going to throw distance drivers here, try to keep them probably just outside the one tree in the middle, and then you're just looking to take a nice healthy skip to the left, get into this area, into circle 1. I think these guys have easily enough power.
Oh, yeah. No, power is not the play here. Not the issue, I should say.
Oh, inside the tree, that can work.
Yeah, the inside the gap, I think, is inside the tree gap is the way to go if you want to get super parked, I think.
I feel like a lot of people hit it, but I kind of don't know that anyone's trying to do it.
Okay.
What do you think?
I don't know. I think that my play is to kind of aim at that tree and just hope I go one side or the other.
Yeah.
Eagle,
Eagle
unfortunately,
hits it.
not making the decision one way or the other and connecting on the tree and leaving him a long jump putt for his par. But it's not just a simple hyzer. You definitely have to pick either the power skip play or the inside flip up.
Yeah. There's not really room to throw like a traditionally big hyzer. It needs to have some flatness at the top of the flight.
That right there is a really nice shot. But that wide gap, that's what happens. You end up being out in the grass about 35 to 50 feet unless you really get a lot of angle and a lot of skip.
There's an inside line. This could be 2 inside.
Mm-hmm.
And Seppo is on a fast start.
He's
He's
certainly
parked
is.
right now. He is really playing well.
And these guys are only like 1 or 2 strokes off the lead. Calvin Heimberg with a 12 under first round, but second place is at 10 under, and 3 of these players were at 9 to start. So, I mean, it's out, Milo MacGyver. It's always a tight race. We've seen a playoff every year in the last 5 or 6 years, either in the FPO or MPO division.
Kevin just low.
Andrew with a nice save.
Eagle in for par.
Not the drive.
And Seppo moving in for the drop-in birdie.
That's 4 in a row.
Oh, that's super turkey. That's turkey with gravy.
Mm-hmm. Hole 7, par 4, 585 feet, going uphill and around the corner left. Off the tee, these guys are just going to try to throw a firm backhand that moves left. low ceiling drive, so you really can't go too crazy here. If you make it around the corner, it sets up a very simple approach, especially with the skip shot power that these guys are going to have moving around the corner. Then you just have a putter probably for your second. And this is maybe too fast. Like, this is going to push the back edge.
And this also opens up that angle. Yeah, he's
Oh, he's all right.
Yeah, that's
he's better than all right.
Yeah, that's picture perfect. Seppo loving it. He's saying, swing, baby.
Yeah.
And it swung nicely around the corner, leaving him probably the softest putter approach you've ever seen.
This is another monster drive.
And to really accentuate the difficulty of this shot, I know that you don't throw a backhand on it. You throw a sidearm. You're not even trying to play with it.
Yeah, usually. I mean, I've gone back and forth, but yeah, these days I just really want to go straight and get to the top of the hill. I don't really care very much how far the approach shot is because it can't be more than about 300.
This is the specialty shot for these three players. And Fish has got this shot easy too, but it is a low ceiling.
Yes.
It is hard to get that 370-foot distance that you're really looking for on that low ceiling and hitting it's a generous gap.
Yeah.
But it's not like as simple as these guys make it look every single time. Like, I just can't even imagine them missing the gap. And then you play with your normal player and they almost can't even hit it.
This is very left for Andrew. Straightened out for him actually a bit.
Mm-hmm.
He'll probably have an edge of circle putt.
Maybe
a little closer.
Yeah. Kevin going putter game approach. One of those super solid putter throwers. It's his preferred approach disc is something slow and straight.
Yeah, he'll like that.
Mm-hmm. I'm liking these reverse camera angle shots and being able to see the players as their discs flying. Players make some really interesting faces when their shots in the air.
Ooh, nice kick there.
A lot of times I won't even watch the player's shot. I'll just watch the reaction of the player. Their body language can say it all.
Someday we should do a little fun video where all we have is reaction shots and we have to see who can guess how far the shot was.
Sure. And Seppo's looking like he's going to have a tap in for 5 straight. He's getting closer and closer to Thanksgiving dinner.
Nicely done.
And that was the furthest away, so it looks like Fish is only going to be about 25 feet.
Oh, yeah, he's much closer than it looked. Out of his hand, it looked like it was really going to drift, but I guess probably a little flippier and stood up late in the flight.
That's his style of putter. Maybe looking like it's a little bit too wide, but kind of like an ultimate lid. Andrew Fish is a big-time ultimate Frisbee player.
Yep.
Player that's kind of decided back and forth whether or not he wanted to commit to disc golf or ultimate Frisbee, and you can see that a lot in his style of play.
There's another star frame, $25 more to charity. Hole 8, par 3, 395 with the lowest ceiling in the game.
Yeah.
This is basically a mandatory roller. If you want to reach the basket, you need to throw a relatively flippy disc with a good cut angle, I think, and try to get left early and then finish hard right. If you throw something a little more overstable, you can kind of mess with going long in the road if your disc doesn't flip to slow down. I think we'll see 4 rollers here.
If Seppo can get the 6th straight birdie here.
Oh, this is pretty right.
Yeah, if it's really flippy, it's just not going to stand up enough.
Yeah, not a disaster, but long putt from there. That is such a high roller.
And he's
taking
going
some speed off.
Straight at the thing.
And this is messing with that OB.
Oh, yeah.
Wow,
I
just
don't know
within 2 or 3 feet of falling off that curb.
How is he throwing something that's going so straight and not drifting right as well? I don't understand.
Yeah, kind of an overstable disc.
That's crazy, but and you can see that rain coming down now as Kevin has just laid down a gem.
Oh, yeah. That was through the far...
Oh,
wow,
my
God.
God.
That was through the farthest left gap.
I think that is definitely the preferred route for the roller. And he's going to have a tap-in as the rain has picked up.
Fish is throwing his thrasher here.
And that is pretty traditional result. 2 straight, too much turn right.
good run from Seppo.
The person said thank you so much right after you said good run.
Well, that's the polite thing to do.
It definitely wasn't the finished voice that I was looking for, though.
Eagle, big time birdie. Great putt.
Seppo with a short putt to save his par, and he's in. Unfortunately, unable to pick up the Super Thanksgiving dinner with 6 straight birdies. You have to try against somewhere else, I guess.
Probably the next 6 holes.
Andrew in for his par, and Kevin's going to step up here and just have a tap in. And look at the hole. This is the most perfectly illustrated Oregon weather shot I've ever seen in history. It was pouring when they teed off, and they're getting a sunburn right now.
Yeah.
It was like that all around.
Yeah, I was putting sunscreen on in the rain. It's one of those Oregon spring days for sure. Hole 9, par 4, 585. This one is called the Genius Hole because many, many years ago when Dustin Milbrought looked up that hill and said, how about we put a tee pad up there? People proclaimed him a genius. I think they weren't too far off. It's a really, really fun tee shot. We're going to see Eagle unleash here. This is reachable for him. Oh, my gosh. This is more than reachable. He ripped that.
Oh, my goodness.
If this stays in bounds.
Oh, my gosh. That is annihilated.
Just to remind you, 585 feet. A little downhill, but no flip. Just a flat to finishing shot. He's probably put himself inside 40 feet.
Kevin yanked it a little bit, but that's a good miss because that leaves you out on the wide side. Pretty easy approach to get up and down for Kevin. Seppo with all the power you need to reach this hole as well. And this could be a little too far right to get that close park job.
Wow.
No, he's going to be looking at it, but he might have he's going to have a low ceiling look at it. Huva Haito, Seppo. Wow. Jerry loves it. You don't get to see Jerry too often on camera. Jerry's the guy that's catching this shot right here. And this is Mike's camera shot. Welcome to the team, everybody.
Wow. That's big power, too.
Yeah. Andrew's got a long 60-foot look at it.
Has this got enough distance?
Oh, he's got it.
Yeah, he does.
The easy 3 for Kevin, but we've got 3 eagle shots. Andrew Fish from 70 feet. Just catching a little bit of metal. Seppo from about 55. Oh, no. And he's only barely inside Eagle, who's standing just outside the circle. This would be a huge 2. Count it.
Yeah, Eagle for Eagle. We love to say it. We love to see it. I feel like he gets this every time.
It's just like a simple par 3 for him. It's not even, he's not approaching this hole the way that you and I do.
Certainly not.
Seppo to save the birdie, and he will.
How disappointing.
To be so close for the eagle look and take a par is almost like walking away with a bogey. Only 4 on the card as Kevin will step up here and tap in his 3. Eagle, one of 3 players with a 2 on round 2 here. You could probably guess the other 2 guys.
Is this is playing the easiest hole or one of the easiest holes?
Yeah, we got Drew Gibson. I saw Drew's drive. He was about 25 feet short.
Not bad.
And then Garrett Gerthy, who I didn't see his drive, but Garrett Gerthy does big things too.
Yeah. All right, hole 10, par 4, 455 feet to, I think it's more than that. Feels like it's even longer. Maybe it's only 455 and I'm just getting old.
Yeah.
I don't know. But this one is a par 4 onto the island. You go big hyzer off the tee, just try to find safe land and then approach across to the island. So these guys could probably get there if they wanted to, but I don't think that's a smart move.
No, the distance isn't the problem. It's just a very, you say big hyzer, and yeah, this is a hyzer line, but it's kind of like a stand-up hyzer.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't want to just
flat to hyzer.
You don't have that much space out to the right side to throw like the wide hyzer, so you have to just direct it right down the street the whole way, let the disc fade back in bounds.
Yeah. And Eagle just calmly throwing a shot that landed in a spot that if I did that, I'd probably like draft an email to my mom to tell her about the huge shot that I ended up throwing. This
Kevin.
can skip on the island. Are you kidding?
Oh, did he cross?
He might have got a piece. What are they going to say?
They said he crossed. He nodded his head. It looked like he's going to get all the way up there. That'll be
pretty cool.
A circle birdie for Kevin. It certainly looked like it crossed the edge from our angle.
Oh, perfect angle control from Fish here. Just gliding along the OB.
Yeah.
Past the tree.
And it's nice to be in that straight range right there. If you get over to the left, there's a couple of trees in the way that kind of make that approach low ceiling. A little bit more tricky, but he's in the spot where he can just jump putt an easy layup. And that's where Seppo's heading right now. He's heading to the safe side. You don't have to worry about going out of bounds of the street, but that approach, he might be so far left that he doesn't have to worry about it.
I think he's gotten the news that perhaps he did cross the island.
Nice, thank you guys. I got 100 boats.
What did he say?
I think he said he just won 100 boats, which that's amazing because
that's
you
a lot of
one
boats.
boat can be upwards of $50, $60 as far as I know.
Seppo with a nice soft approach. As you can see, that tree was a little bit in the way, but injured fish in a little bit more favorable spot. Just a little jump putt.
Wow.
Once again, you see the rain has come out just a little bit. Oh, and the sun's out.
I'll bet you 5 boats we're looking at a star frame here.
I'm picking up.
I'm not taking that bet.
All
Is
right.
this your work?
Is this your work?
Thank you.
It is these holes with the parking lot. You really do want that spotter to be precise,
Oh,
'cause
without question.
They really had to be in the right spot to know that Kev had crossed. And you just lost yourself a bunch of boats, my friend. You could have had a armada. That's unfortunate, though. Putts across the island, OB.
Man, and Kevin being outside the circle, that's certainly one of the strengths in his game is that jump putt, but we've seen him miss a couple so far. And this is going to be an unfortunate bogey, I believe. For
Yeah, it's a
Kevin.
5, double penalty 5. Had to run it, though. Had to go for that.
Yeah.
And just a little bit unfortunate to not draw a little more metal.
No twos on the day, but no surprise in that one. It's such a scary shot to go for off the tee. But that will end our first 9 holes here in the Chase Card second round coverage from JomezPro.
We will see you guys for the conclusion of round 2 from Milo McIver's East Course.